Chloe, and this is Jim.
Hello, and welcome to Comedian Arc, the show where we talk about film, TV, and all of that.
And that. And a little bit of that. Later on in the video, we're going to be talking about our top 10 films that are coming out in 2016.
But before that, it's on with the news. So, the first bit of news is bad news, I'm afraid. Fox have announced that the X-Men spin-off Gambit will no longer be with us at the end of this year.
Sad face.
Sad face. Originally it was supposed to be coming out in October, but they have now scrapped plans for that. We are now going to be getting a film in October next year, which they also haven't said is Gambit, so it looks as though it's probably going to be swapped out for another film. Now, I think that the reason that they've done that is that because of the Deadpool has been such a success, that they might be pushing ahead with a sequel for that one, rather than going for Gambit. And they might have cancelled that one altogether.
We've only actually seen Gambit in, was it Wolverine X-Men Origins?
X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Oh, well, sorry. To be fair, I hate that film, but God, he was good with the cards and the face and the cane.
See, I completely disagree. I think he was terrible. He was not cool enough. Nowhere near cool enough.
Take that back.
I will not. The icy stare!
Looks like we're at a stalemate.
It does, doesn't it?
Get the swords. So, for the 2017 October film, it's between a second Deadpool film and a Gambit film. Or a Deadpool versus Gambit film. That could work. I looked at that.
I don't think they'll do that. They have got a comic coming out there.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
They've got Deadpool versus Gambit.
Ah.
Could be
They
that.
stole my idea!
They did.
In lighter news, we are getting a Big Hero 6 TV show, which is going to be on Disney XD, and starts off from where the film left off.
Cool.
So, yay! I love
Yeah.
Big Hero 6.
I do. I love Baymax.
It's apparently going to explore more of the San Francisco location. So I know for a fact that the animators spent ages making the whole area, and if you look on the film, it's huge. So it'd be really good to see more of their work and have less of that go to waste.
Yeah.
So the TV show is being made by the maker of Kim Possible, which makes me so happy. Kim Possible was such a big part in my childhood, and I loved every single bit of it. I think I still remember the movie of Kim Possible, word for word. It's that good. You don't know what I'm talking about, do you? No.
Not a word.
No idea. It's promising. You should be happy. So it's in good hands
Okay.
for a TV show. But yeah.
Sticking with Disney for a moment, I believe we have some cool Disney World news, do we not?
We do indeed. What has been officially released this week is the concept art for, drumroll please, Star Wars Land!
Yay!
So the concept art was originally released in August of last year at D23, but now this week we finally have the public photos, and it looks so beautiful. Crazy.
How beautiful.
Unbelievably beautiful.
I don't believe it.
So it's going to be 14 acres, and it's apparently the biggest expansion Disney World has ever done.
Good.
Which is amazing. And apparently it's going to also take a year to complete. After looking at these photos, so worth it.
So what are they going to have there?
So the photos show a Millennium Falcon attraction, which looks amazing. It looks like a full-size Millennium Falcon. And if you can walk through that, that's all you want in life.
It is all I want. If I could trade everything that I have for a Millennium Falcon, I would. I would trade you.
All of it? Thanks. Thanks. Love you too. So not only that, but it also has a cantina and a outer space street market. So I've saved the best till last. The last ride puts you right in the middle of a battle between the Resistance and the First Order.
Oh. Speaking of Star Wars, Peter Mayhew, who played Chewbacca, has tweeted pictures of his original script for the first movie. Specifically, it was the scene in the cantina with Han and Greedo. And it confirms Greedo never shoots his gun. So the age-old debate about who shot first is over, which means that George Lucas purposefully ruined that scene for all of us. It's over now. Han shot first. Should never have been any other way.
The war is over. Lay down your keyboards.
It's over! And that concludes the news.
Now, on to something else. So for this week, we thought, because there are so many films coming out, we would make a list of the ones we are most excited about.
Yeah, so the idea is that we're going to put together our top 10 movies of 2016 that we're looking forward to, and then when the films come out, we will give our review of them.
So, on to our first film.
So the first film that we'll be going to see is 10 Cloverfield Lane, which is a sequel to the 2009 film Cloverfield. So the original film, a Godzilla-type monster goes rampaging around New York. It's all kind of handheld. The weird thing about this one is that nobody knew that this film was happening.
No.
JJ announced about a month ago, by the way, we've made a film and it's out in about a month. Go see it. Don't know why.
Yeah. I don't know how he did it. In this day and age, with all the technology, how do you keep a film like that under the rug? The sequel doesn't have handheld, but it's still intriguing.
Yeah, it's a similar kind of feel, completely different style, but in that same world. Could be good. I'm really looking forward to it.
It's different from the other films in the list as well. So only 1 week after 10 Cloverfield Lane, if you haven't already guessed by the pops, Batman vs Superman. It is everywhere right now, and everyone is talking about it, basically kicking off the DC universe.
From the looks of the trailer, it does pick up exactly where Man of Steel left off. Zack Snyder is going to be directing again. He did a really good job on Man of Steel. A lot of people have a few issues with it. I really enjoyed it.
Good film is just not one of my favourites.
Ben Affleck looks fantastic as Batman.
You've got Wonder Woman, you've got Aquaman. He looks quite cool.
They're almost going over the top a little bit to try and make sure that he doesn't become the joke.
But then we also might have The Flash. So we've got so many characters. The one I'm most excited about though, Lex Luthor. I'm excited to see what they do with him. Jesse Eisenberg is a brilliant actor.
Definitely going to be different. I don't know how good he's going to do it, but we'll see. I like what I've seen in the trailer so far.
We're definitely going to see it at least once.
Yeah, we'll be there opening night. So the next film, coming at the end of April, is Captain America Civil War.
Yeah!
Really excited about this film. The comic book's great.
It's one of those comic books that you need to have if you're a Marvel fan.
If you're not a Marvel fan, you still need it.
Exactly.
It could be the best yet, really. 2 teams of superheroes fighting against each other. Team Cap and Team Iron Man. Bucky and Hawkeye and Scarlet Witch on Cap's team, and then War Machine, Black Widow and Vision on this side.
The weird thing about this is Hawkeye on Captain America's team and Black Widow on Tony Stark's team. They're normally known as a duo.
Yeah, because I thought Widow would be on Cap's team because of where she's at in Winter Soldier. They'll be introducing Black Panther in this one. You've also got the new Spider-Man. The other thing we should mention as well, Lego and Funko have both released merchandise which depicts Giant Man. So we reckon that at some point during the movie there's going to be the reveal of Giant Man. Trailers are far too ominous. Somebody has to die. Who are you going for?
War Machine, but I think they might trick us and it might be Hawkeye. Between those two, yeah, what do you think?
I've got a feeling it's going to be one of the main two. Possibly both.
Sticking with Marvel, but on the other side of Marvel, let's go to our next film. May 19th, we are getting X-Men Apocalypse. It's an interesting one. I loved Days of Future Past. This one, from the trailer, I'm not as excited.
I know what you mean. Something not quite right there.
What I do like about it, new characters, we're getting a new Nightcrawler, Jubilee, Angel / Archangel.
And Quicksilver's back.
Yes, so
Yeah.
that'll be really, really good. I'm excited
Yeah.
about it, but I'm not too excited about it.
The main thing of the film is that Apocalypse is a god who wakes up, doesn't like the world as he sees it, and recruits 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, which is Magneto, Storm, Psylocke, and Angel.
Weird thing that I have about Apocalypse is it's played by the same guy who played Poe Dameron
Yeah.
in Star Wars.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for Apocalypse to do that lip bite that Poe does. He sees Magneto in his new getup and he's like,
I don't think we're getting that film.
moving on.
Moving on. So the next one that we'll be looking at is Independence Day Resurgence.
It's been a long time coming.
20 years since the original. Chloe, you're looking forward to this one?
Yes.
Chloe
I
hasn't
am.
seen the original.
I'm sorry. Please don't hate me.
This will be rectified.
I was born when this came out.
No excuse. So we'll have Bill Pullman returning and the brilliant Jeff Goldblum.
Yay!
No Will Smith.
He died in a horrible accident.
Yeah, apparently Will Smith's character died in a test piloting of alien stuff. Put your fingers in your ears in a minute. Will Smith goes up to the mothership in an alien spacecraft, pilots it all the way up there, docks it, and then flies it all the way back down here, completely unscathed, but apparently he can't test pilot one without killing himself. You can put your fingers out your ears now. So. You heard that? Will it be any good?
The trailer looks like a good sci-fi film. That's all I can say.
Good.
So what do you think?
I was not excited about it, and then I watched the trailer and I was like, I'm ready for more. I think it actually looks quite good.
Okay, so our next film, I have actually seen the previous films. I've seen the first one and the second one, and I love them. Which scares me about this one. Ghostbusters.
I really have to reserve judgment on this movie. I don't really like what they're doing with it. I don't even know whether it's a sequel or whether it's a reboot. Just called Ghostbusters, not Ghostbusters 3. It's an all-female cast. It's coming out in July and we've had not even a teaser trailer.
We're getting a trailer today.
Oh, we're getting a trailer today. I hope that they don't go too comedy, or I just want a nice balance.
It just doesn't feel like a professional idea for a reboot. I would imagine that in like a fan fiction, and that's what it feels like. My worry is that they're making it different, but then they're just playing on the nostalgia.
I really want to like it. I got nothing against it being a female team. Is there going to be like a handoff from the old guys to the new? I don't know.
Because a couple of the original team are coming back in the film apparently.
I don't know if their cameos are their characters or new characters.
We'll just have to wait and find out.
If that film was rubbish, there's another film out a week later.
Very true.
Also in July, we have got Star Trek Beyond, which is the third film in the new Star Trek timeline. No J.J. Abrams this time. He went off to do rather beautiful Star Wars movie. He's been replaced with Justin Lin of Fast and Furious fame.
You can see it in the trailer.
The trailer just looked bad.
Fast and Furious in space.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only way it looks like a Star Trek film is because we see the Enterprise explode again, which is getting to be a thing. 0 days without the Enterprise exploding.
Yeah.
And they hear a giant bang and it's like...
Simon Pegg knows what he's doing. In the next trailer, I hope we get a more representative look at the film.
So coming out August 8th is Suicide Squad, which I was surprised is coming out so late because we already have 2 trailers for it. I think it shows that they have a lot of faith in it. That and also a sequel is already planned.
We found that out today actually.
Yeah. With the first trailer coming out, I was a bit wary about Harley, their general look of the film, but then they added Queen into it and it made everything better.
The second trailer is brilliant. They've really edited it well. I'm really looking forward to it, and there's got a bit of dark humour in there. I think that after Deadpool was such a success this year, I think this is going to be the next big thing, is doing villain or anti-villain stories.
Yeah. So we've got Will Smith as Deadshot,
Margot Robbie as Harley, obviously as Jared Leto as the Joker. That'll be very interesting.
Love how he's playing him. Still not too sure on the look.
It's too punky for me.
Kind of upset it's not coming earlier.
Oh, like you haven't got enough. We've got another 6 or 7 movies before that one. Okay, so at the end of October, we have now got Doctor Strange. Very little that we know about this at the moment.
We've seen a couple of photos of him doing some magic, and we've also seen some photos of him in his full costume. That's all we really know. We might learn about the final Infinity Stone.
The cast list does look very good for this film. So not only have you got Benedict Cumberbatch, but you've got Chiwetel Ejiofor, which is his name, Tilda Swinton, and Mads Mikkelsen. Hannibal himself is going to be in there.
So we have 2 possible ways of finding out some new footage. One would be a trailer. The second one would be a post-credit scene from Civil War, perhaps.
I think that's most likely, yeah. I mean, obviously Black Panther's already in Civil War. I would imagine it would be Doctor Strange. What else is it going to be?
Maybe.
Unless it's another Thanos clip.
I really hope it isn't.
Well, that takes us on to our final
film
of the year.
Save the best till last, like it did last year. We have another Star Wars film. Rogue One, a Star Wars story?
I would have just called it Star Wars Rogue One. So this one, the first in their anthology movies that they're going to be doing, which I'm all for, to be honest. They sound really good. The plot of this one is basically going to be a heist story, and it's about the theft of the Death Star plans for the original Death Star.
It's an interesting story. It's a small scale story, which is very different for Star Wars.
I think it'll work in its favour.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I think it will have a very Firefly type feel to it because you've got a guest team of smugglers. I think it's going to be great. Possibility of having some bounty hunters in there. You're going to have old school stormtroopers. Vader's going to be at the height of his power.
It's also, like Force Awakens, it has a female lead. Recently, you've had the complications with merchandise not having female characters in it, yet we have another film coming out with another female character.
Hopefully that will change when they start seeing that there's a massive following for characters like Rey.
So, our final film is a good film.
That is the one that I'm most looking forward to this year.
Yeah?
Unfortunately, I've got to wait till the end of the year to get there, but
worth the wait.
it is worth the wait. Every Christmas now is Star Wars. We hope you've enjoyed our video. Yeah, obviously when all of these films come out, we're going to go and watch them hopefully straight away, and then we'll do a bit of a review on them.
So if you liked our video, click subscribe. It's there, I think.
We were going to tell you why we called our channel Chameleon Art, but we may have forgotten to do that once again. Sorry about that. We'll do that on our next video. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you again soon.
Bye.
Bye.